And I'm pretty sure after that 20 years, the problem didn't just start today, right? So they probably try to get to some solutions. And if it just doesn't work, it just doesn't work. And you know what? They might be the perfect person to tell you, listen, I've tried a lot of solutions that you have, and I can tell you, it may not work. And that might stop me from continuously beating my head and going down a path that's wrong.
The Podical Sons.
What's up, everybody? I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show. Like, comment, subscribe, all the above, all streaming platforms possible at Podical Sons Podcast. On the socials at Podical Sons as well, or at the Pod Sons. Remember, it's two of us, not one. Except no cheap imitations. And it's not a one-man show. It's the two-man army.
So occasionally there might be a guest, but it's the two-man army.
It's still the two-man army.
Two-man army.
One man, bad man, not over here. Tell Swizzy that.
It's double dragon?
It's double dragon,
it's
man.
Double dragon, man.
It's double dragon.
Double dragon.
I want the red jacket.
You want the red jacket?
The red jacket?
Yeah, you give me the red jacket.
Because one is Billy. I know one is. I forget the other brother though.
I just remember the colors: blue and red.
Blue and red. Yeah.
Blue and red.
That roundhouse. Yo, that's what the '80s folks, the '80s and '90s folks will know double dragon. The Gen Z's like, huh?
What?
Huh? Double
Contra
dragon.
too. Contra had the two people going at it pretty hard too. Yeah. If you're '80s baby, you know. You had your boy with you fighting alongside.
And you couldn't beat Contra without the damn extra lives code.
Oh, man. Come on.
The real Nintendo people know what's
Come
up,
on, man. What was your best weapon on Contra? The heat. I love the heat seeker. The heat seeker.
Yeah, I didn't mind the sprayer.
The sprayer was good too.
Because if I'm at the bottom, I'm clapping everything at the top. And little somersault, little shoot and spray everywhere. Everybody's getting touched.
Yeah. Damn, man. You made me feel like playing Contra.
I know. I got the mini Super Nintendo. And the mini Super Nintendo has that Contra one where you kind of run up. Bring
it through next time, man. Bring it through next time.
Remember the Mario Kart battles?
I remember, man. Bring it through, man. Bring it through.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. How was your week, man? What brought you joy this week?
So the Sunday after we finished recording, wifey and I, and actually my daughter, we went to the day party, the R&B room.
Right.
Yeah. So that was cool. Anytime I go out with wifey and then her friends come along because she don't really go out much, and she has a good time. It's always extra special, and just for our daughter being there, kicking it, it's like. These are probably one of the few times I'll get before I retire my partying self.
I was about to say, because you made a statement one time, and like, if I'm at the same place my nieces are at partying, I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah.
But then I seen you posted a photo of your daughter and your niece and stuff for her. I was looking like, nigga, you at that place.
Yeah.
You better clean up your argument.
I was like,
what was it? Michael Eric Dyson? Clean up your Jay-Z comments.
So I was like, you know what? I'm here. I lived it. All right, now it's time to just kind of move on from that fray.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. So, it's always, and again, like I'm more into the daytime stuff that by the time 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock comes around, I'm back in my yard. So it was cool. It was cool.
That's what's up. So when you went there, I left here and I ended up going to dinner and stuff like that with a homie and stuff. And it was so refreshing, and his new lady and stuff. She's a high level Apple exec.
Okay.
So we're having conversation. She clapped at my phone. These Apple people, they
serious.
She looked. She's like, we have that in museums at my job. I'm like, where you work? And then she's like, Apple. I was like, oh shit. But it was it was dope. Where like. With homie, I ain't see him and stuff in a minute.
Yeah.
And he is healed. He has healed and he has evolved.
Okay.
And I want to say it kind of lines up to like my world.
Right.
Like he's been through like a shit marriage. He lost a son.
Oh. Word.
And everything and stuff like that. He's older than me and stuff, whatever. He's not 50 yet, but he's a little bit older than me and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
And like, I was telling him because one of his brothers and stuff has a wrestling podcast.
Okay.
So when we were talking and stuff, he's like, yeah. He's like, always tell him like to link you so he can talk and stuff 1-2 about like what he could do to make his brand and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm like, we were talking and like, yo, the man is healed. Like, I remember like the level of stress he was going through like before like the divorce and shit like that. And
right.
I was telling him, I'm like, yo, my nigga, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
You were down that road.
Yeah, I get it. You know, and it was refreshing to have the conversation stuff with him and see how he's healed so much. And then the man's like, yo, he's like, I'm listening to the universe now. He's like, Marv, I like walking. He's like, Marv, I love going for walks and shit like that. He's like, granted, he's in the area now. He's like, he's a little too dark for the demographic.
You gotta look around when you walk.
Yeah, he's like, yo, I'm a little too dark for the demographic and stuff like that, whatever. Yeah. So he's like, you know, I walk in the town. So he's like,
safe move, brother. Safe move.
Yeah. So I was like, so he's like, yeah, I get my car, I'll drive to like more of the town, city zone and stuff, walk up and down. Cause he said just like where he is, there's no sidewalks and a lot of like one-way roads.
Okay.
And he's like, he can imagine like drunk drivers going nuts because when he first moved into the area, like 2-3 weeks after he moved in and stuff, whatever, like they were driving one way one morning, him and his lady.
Right.
And they saw like a wreck out and shit like that. But they're like, it's common because it's not really a city, a major city. So like the peoples will like go, let's say in the closest township, drink, party and everything, and then drive off to their big properties. Cause he got a whopping piece of property.
Yeah.
Right?
And knowing that you're not probably gonna run into any popo.
Right.
Yeah.
So these guys steady drive home, crashing other people's fences and lawns, light posts and shit out there on a reg. So I was like, it's crazy. So he's like, yeah. So when he was telling me all that, whatever, I'm like, yeah, you sure it's okay for darkies like us? I was like, yeah, I don't know. Because it was March 1st. Last weekend and stuff for that. So I'm like, let's keep it a buck. It's no longer Black History Month no more. But it was so good to know for a fact that like he healed and he has evolved.
That's really dope. That's dope, man.
It was to something like, I looked at him and stuff. I was like, I'm just so happy to see you win.
Yeah.
And even like other people and stuff, like when I like they were taking in what I was saying and stuff, they're like, he's like, yo, Marv, like right now he's just doing side quests now, whatever and everything. He's like, everything he feels like it's the right thing to do because it's just flourishing.
Yeah.
I was like, same thing. I told him, same thing with the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you just build and stuff, whatever. I'm like, I told him about you, that how like, you know, he kind of put the thought in my head, like, you know, build it, they will come. And he's like, next thing you know, it's just flourishing and stuff. It's like, it's all in God's plan. It's all in the will. And then when he said it and stuff, I was like, oh shit. And then the light starts shining on me in the restaurant.
Right.
And then he's like, yeah, that's God again, Mars. Everybody's like, oh God. And it says, smooth, the sun was in my face. I was like, after the whole conversation,
Amen.
I was like, yo, amen. And it was a beautiful thing too. So it was dope.
Nice.
Though.
I'm glad that he has a leading lady in his life. The people don't understand how much that can motivate you and help you get through certain things.
Nigga, the most beautiful thing and stuff that she has said and stuff, whatever. And you know, I don't like, you know who you are, boo. Later in the game, you put more years in a relationship, I would give you a podcast shout out.
Right.
Whatever, right? But like, she's like, when she got his story,
and
she's like, you're a good man. You're a good father.
Yeah.
You don't deserve the treatment that, and I understand the stuff for her. And he's like, right now his ex is super bitter because he's happy. But I'm like, she's bitter, you're better.
Yeah.
There's a lot of difference between it. You put in the work, but she wanted this world. She wanted freedom.
Yeah.
She's like, we've been high school sweethearts.
Yeah.
I want to live a life.
Yeah.
The grass ain't green on the other side, it's green where you water it now. And realize there's anything out there but Casamiga and hookah. So those are the only things out there in the dating pool. Like for guys, I'll say this before we cook.
Yeah.
For guys, we are the prime, and a lot of women are gonna cuss and stuff. From 14 to 34, women are in their prime.
Right.
Outside that, whatever, by the time the man is in his 30s, his finances starting to get a little bit more grip, more handled. And everything, so he's cutting out like the wants and the needs and stuff, whatever. So now when this guy say he's ready to look for somebody, his options are open. My options are open.
Yeah.
Right? And I look at it, I was like, if I had the tenacity and energy, I could do this shit forever. But women ain't cheap.
They're not. They're not.
Pussy is not free. Yo, free pussy don't come around no more. When you're in grade school,
there was one time when flowers worked. We had that flowers argument the other day. There was one time flowers worked.
Thank you.
Just, nah.
Let's get into some shit. Are you ready for the polls, man?
I'm ready for the polls.
Let's go. First poll of the week was who gets closest to the truth? And your choices were television and social media. What do you got?
I had social media.
Yeah, social media. Social media did come in on the polls and win at 67%. Tell me why you said social media now.
The reason why I say social media is because, and I include YouTube in that whole fray. Majority of my news I get from Wion. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them.
Who?
Wion, WION. I think they're based out of, if I'm not mistaken, India.
Okay.
But they cover world news, and they've been the most unbiased that I've seen so far.
It sounds like I guess a modern day version of Al Jazeera.
Yes.
Because Al Jazeera would show dead bodies, everything, when like our news and stuff will kind of cut some things off.
Yeah.
Okay. So my statement to you and stuff, or my question to you would be like, what about the influx of like the fake news and with the rise of AI?
And that's why I tend to only stick with that one particular thing.
But then so let's say, okay, that particular thing, we'll count that as we'll count it as 5% of your news.
Yeah.
Or no, let's say 10.
Yeah.
Let's say 10% of your news. The other 90%, no bueno for you, like on social medias?
I followed the I think it was the SAN. Is that the one that?
Oh, Straight Arrow News.
Straight Arrow News. I follow that as well.
Yeah.
Just to kind of just collaborate certain things.
To make sure like it makes sense to you and everybody's on it, because they give you like, this is more right leaning, this is more left leaning, this is more neutral.
Right.
And then so now you can take that article with the same article you saw from your, what is it? YON?
WION.
WION.
Yeah.
And so, okay.
And again, and it's just going through my regular feed and just verifying everything with SAN or looking to see if it pops up on the WION. It's hard to say it, but it's like I use those two as pretty much the gauge. And then in the morning time, if I'm watching TV, it's usually for like the weather. I'm really looking at it for. And not so much, like I'll get bits and pieces of what the world news is happening. Again, I'll go and I'll do extra research. And a lot of times, like I'm saying, is a lot of times the other places on social media will go more in depth. And I was like, yeah,
would you trust
I get this picture, but I don't get this picture, right? So that I'm looking for this picture. I'm like, because some things is just like, it's out of context, right? Like a good example was when Iran was shooting missiles towards the U.S., the
embassies and other places,
the embassies, their bases and so forth like that. And I'm noticing anytime the missiles go this way, you'll get like a body count. When it goes this way, you don't hear about the casualties too much. And I'm like, no, but there's bound to be casualties. Like, even if it's just like 10, I'm not even hearing a number at all. So
I mean, because even, not to cut you, but even to echo to your point, when I think it was Qatar. In Qatar, I think there was like a lob missile that was falling.
Right.
And you seen the people running.
Yes.
Right? And then you see like the big explosion and the flame go up and everything like that. You know there's bodies.
Right.
But we don't care about the bodies over there as much unless they're quote unquote part of the evildoers.
Right.
I want to bring back George Bush.
Right.
If it's innocent bystanders, it's not so much. The U.S. just released, I think, the 4 soldiers, only names of 4 that got clapped in last Saturday's like assault from Iran.
And that's what I'm saying, right? That look how long, look how long that was.
Right.
Yeah.
And then so on social media, it wasn't an army person from the U.S. side, whatever, but or military person. It was more somebody, I guess, that does affiliation and stuff.
Right.
And I think they said, just even in the Dubai aspect, they caught 10 U.S. bodies.
Yeah.
I was like, what the news isn't saying that.
That's what I'm saying.
So for me, my last point to kind of bring it back into stuff for the news aspect, right? You see how you watch headline news, basically for like the weather.
Yeah.
Would you feel like the things you see on the news, like even though like you haphazardly you pay attention to it, but you still see it.
Yeah.
The things that you see, would you still correlate that as being true as it can be?
Yes.
Because it's on the news and like these people are liable to get sued if this is the defamation type of thing. When in social media, the defamation lawsuits don't go out like that unless you got a bigger following. Right? I'm not clapping that. So for me, the television thing is one aspect. I still do my independent research outside social media.
Yeah.
I do believe for me and like news information, I would say probably, and I'm counting in YouTube because on YouTube I get
you'll get
CNN.
Yeah.
I get NBC Nightly News.
Yeah.
And these are things I subscribe to.
Okay.
Right? And these other places. I'm not saying that they're going to give you the whole truth.
Right.
Or the absolute truth, but at least 80% of whatever shit they saying is to gospel.
Yeah.
Social media for me, if it's how can I say this? Some things may seem trusted, but then when you really look at it, stuff is not really that trusted. And I don't want to clap at Six Buzz, but Six Buzz will do a post about something where you look at it on the internet, they're saying it's fake news.
Right.
But think about how many followers they have that engulf this as like real news.
Yeah.
Right? So it's the fake news thing that I'm afraid of. And then there's too much AI shit going on out here.
Oh, tons of it, man.
So when I see AI, if I don't see a God bless a Sora watermark on the freebie folk, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to believe. So I'm going to go with the sources that I know these motherfuckers can get sued. And if I'm more curious, I go look into some shit.
Into it.
I'm always grateful. Let's say this. When Alex Pretty got shot, right? And when he got shot and killed, the angles that came up before the news sources got those things, because let's say you got one angle with stuff with the kerfuffle, and then you see him on the ground still kind of moving before he stopped moving.
Yeah.
And then you saw like the ICE agents kind of just back up.
Right.
From some other phone angle and stuff, when they threw that bitch up, I was like, this ain't AI doctored.
Right.
This is a proper angle.
Yeah.
And this person went to their social media and took it on there. It still quantifies as social media.
Yeah.
So these other angles of the aspect raw from the situation, from social media, I can take.
It's don't mean to cut you, but it's funny how we can complain how people are so quick to use their phone to record stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But in this day and age, it's helped a lot of shit.
This day and age, who can you trust?
Yeah.
Who can you trust?
Yeah.
Because without, like, I guess, like let's say, the public's opinion on whatever video matter they may see,
right?
You're fucked without it.
Mm-hmm.
You versus a cop saying you did this, that, and the third, you swing your hand, the cop had to deal with you a type of way. Somebody else is recording this and the proof and everything like that. If they get like, this guy Smooth was wilding out, they'd be like, no. Another person would be like, no, from this point of view, he was a law-abiding citizen. It was this cop abusing power.
Yeah. We
didn't know until we got the tape.
Right.
But then when certain tapes get to social media, remix! Yo. Scary world, bro.
Scary indeed, man.
Scary hours. So social media came in top dog. Television came in with 33%. Social media won with 67%. All right. Next poll of the week was, can men and women be platonic friends? And what do you got? The answer is yes and no.
I got yes.
I got a yes too.
Yeah.
And yes came in at 75%. Okay. Finally, I'm on the side where everybody wins.
Okay.
I was like, am I weird? I don't know.
Now, with that, when you post that question, how much was that based off of us having the argument with the house husband and the work husband and the work wife?
A good portion was based from that.
Yeah.
I want to say a lot of the people who had issues from the work husband, work wives, some of them did participate in these polls. Some people did not.
Okay.
But there's some people, I know somebody put like maybe. So I was
I seen that maybe. I seen that maybe.
I was like, again, we're right back to what we just talked about.
Yeah.
You guys want 3 options. This is why your life is difficult. It's one or the other. Like, yo. For me, yes. And I think the condition of stuff for that, I'll say this. My condition of stuff of how men and women can be friends is men have to friend zone the women first.
Explain.
So I believe that if I meet a woman right now, right?
Right.
At a casual dinner with some peoples and stuff, and we keying and we agree to some stuff, right?
Right.
If I'm thinking with my head in my pants,
right,
it might not be for a friend zone kind of thing.
Right.
If I'm thinking with my head up here, then I might look at like, you know what? Such and such lady had valuable points and all of the above. And let's say we went out as a group. We're not cool like that, but our friend group kind of tagged everybody in the photo.
Yeah.
You know, everybody internet stalks everybody and stuff. So if I was to go in and say, okay, I'm gonna follow this person and stuff like that, again, I kind of like the points of view that were established in the night of the conversation and stuff. It's nothing more than that to me.
Right.
I don't know how she might receive it.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of women try to go with the energy and stuff from men. So let's say if a woman's doing like the hair flick and the leaning into you and the touching gesture, if the man doesn't recognize that as her coming on to him, probably like, you cool, homie. And it could be platonic from there.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
I get it.
I do believe that now, if it's Uno reverse and stuff, some guys do kind of lurk as a friend waiting for like, you know, possibility pussy.
Yeah.
To kind of just come in their pocket, whatever. Like, that's why you see a lot of these internet things and stuff, whatever, about, that's your guy best friend? Call him right now, tell him you broke up and stuff, whatever. Call him right now.
Right.
He's like, shit, yeah, we can connect. I'm like, no. Only if the guy
waiting in the wings. Is that what we call it?
He's definitely waiting in the wings.
Waiting in the wings.
He's waiting under the feathers. He's like, yo, once the feathers get ruffled, hey. Like I saw a meme like 2 weeks ago.
Popping out that bush like Homer.
I saw a boyfriend. It was like a skit. A boyfriend and girlfriend, they're arguing. He's like, I'm sick of your shit. Go, get the fuck out, whatever, right? Opens the door, and the thing pops up and said, guys waiting for her to be single. There's 4 guys, muscle-bound dudes, with their shirt off in the hallway of the apartment door. And then he looks, and then she's like, yeah, I'm sick of this and stuff, whatever, right? And then he just closes the door. He's like, we're better than this, man. We need to work it out and figure out a way. Casamiga and hookah. So that's why I feel like for the guys, it will work platonically if the guy established like, yo, I'm gonna put set woman in that zone.
Yeah, you know, I see it from both of the guys'
Tell me the other
point of view.
side then.
No, I'm saying I see it from both the guy's point of view and the woman actually looking at it, because I think automatically they always assume
that guys want to be friends.
No, they want to assume that guys want much more.
Right.
Boss. So when you do hit them off with that, it's a platonic thing. Then some of them will let their guard down and be okay. You know, I mean, it's like, it's funny.
How many female friends do you have?
I have about 4.
And they're like good friends where we're talking about like you, your wife, and them will chop it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and the funny thing about it is, if I meet somebody new, right, and they start talking to me in a tone where I feel like, nah, this is kind of seems like they're trying to push
a move.
Yeah, I bring up my wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form, I say, you know what, that's nice. I said, my wife has something similar to that. You know what I mean? Like, I make sure that I interject that right away, then to check what the temperature is right after that.
Okay, God bless you. You read my mind. I was going to say, do you watch like body language?
Yeah.
And like tones and stuff after that?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like me, if I know a woman has a man,
right,
I don't hesitate to kind of bring up like, well, hopefully you do this nice for your man.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm not trying to violate.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't want no one to violate my shit whenever I have some shit.
Right.
Do unto others you would have undone to you.
Yeah.
Right? So when I mention it to the peoples and shit, like to some women, and I'm like, oh yeah, but your man, if I know they have a man, then cool. I remember I mentioned it one time to a woman when I was married and stuff. And I was like, yeah, my wife like that, whatever. And like, it got cold in the room. The temperature dropped.
It changed.
And she's like, oh yeah, well, some women, and then like she kind of turned her head and tried to, this nigga right here want to bring up this woman and shit like that.
Right.
I'm not bringing up nobody. I'm talking about directly to you.
Yeah.
Because she's like, yo, if I was your woman and da-da-da, I'm like, well, my woman does this. My woman likes Cheerios. My woman might be watching me right now.
Man.
It's that's what I'm saying. Like, I think if the man fully established the platonic thing, yeah. I've had it a way when I told a woman, like, yo, again, like the whole scenario I told you.
Right.
A woman of that situation put me on to like other people I did research on, probably stuff we talked about on a podcast and stuff like that, whatever. I'm like, yo, we're gonna be good friends. That's what I said in the DM.
Yeah.
The DM was dry. And then I think I was following her and I liked 1, 2. She was following me too.
Yeah.
So I followed her. She followed me back. And then I think I don't know what happened, but then I looked, like whenever she liked something and stuff, I think I accidentally like pressed onto her. It got to her page.
Right.
And then I realized that, oh, she's not following me either. Okay. So I'm like, when did she stop following? But I'm like, because of the moment. So when I brought it back to set friend who's in charge of the function and stuff, like, oh, she really was liking you and stuff, whatever. But she's like, she knew you were dating and everything like that, whatever. Or no, I told her you were dating and stuff, and then you said you friend and stuff. So I'm like, she's single? She's like, yeah, she's single. So I'm like, so she's trying to stake her claim.
Right, yeah.
I'm like, she pulled the nigga move.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, we'll be friends.
Yeah.
Until I find an opportune win coming from underneath the wing, slide through when the feathers are ruffled.
Underneath the wings,
I was your woman, I give you some ass. Fuck off the block, dog. You harlots. Harlots. I'm not a piece of meat, okay?
Man, go back to I know I mentioned it back on the pod, but it just always brings me back to the time when we went to Riley's and I met the lady in the cowboy hat. And I was basically saying to her, yeah, I do graphic design. She said, yeah, you know what I mean? Look, I need this, that, and the first thing. I said, okay, I could do that for you. Chopped it up, and so forth like that. You know what I mean? 1 or 2 back and forth online. And then I was like, she's like, hey, we're having a little party at the house and so forth like that. You know, you should come through.
Slide through.
I'm like,
cool.
Bet. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, it's all the way out in the East End. I'm not traveling by myself. I call her next friend. I was like, yo, you want to roll with me? She's like, yeah, sure. She's a friend. We go there. And here's a funny thing, because she acted all nice. The host, she was like, oh, yeah, this, that, and the third. Oh, hi. Shook the friend's hand and that, like that, and the fourth. And after that day, she never contacted me again. I was like, okay, well, that goes it. And I was single if you'd have just said you were interested.
I got a joke about a Toronto influencer and stuff. I'll tell you off camera.
Okay. All right. Sounds juicy. Yeah, it's off camera.
It's off camera.
It's off camera.
Again, it's shit like that, whatever. It kind of just be who you are and be upfront with what you want.
Yeah.
Right? Fortune favors the bold. Fortune has favored the bold. So if you upfront and like even set women and stuff, if she told me, because again, I was in between dating shit, whatever, right?
Right.
And if she just says something and stuff, she's attractive, but it's just, I don't know. I think I was doubting my confidence in a way, and I'll tell you this. The only reason why I said I was doubting my confidence, because she had height.
Okay.
So she had height. She was taller than me and everything, but that's why I thought it was just the banter and the conversation.
Right.
But I didn't know he's trying to ride on a short king. I was like, whoa. Whoa. Because I wouldn't mind posing up for a dark-skinned, tall Naomi Campbell type and be like, yes, fuckers. Satman can do this.
I remember one time. I remember one time back in the day when I first started working for music marketing, and I used to take the bus to work. So it's before the BM and everything like that. And there was this beautiful black girl that I would always see on the bus, right? And one day we were just talking. We weren't even talking. We were sitting beside each other, and she was listening to something. But the music she was listening to, it was like,
you're rocking.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was like,
you're looking at him. Person.
Yeah, and I'm looking at him like, oh, you're such a tall, beautiful goddess. No way a short king like me. So
you had a confidence doubt too.
Yeah, I had it too, Marv. So then, but the music was so fire. So I tapped. I said, yo, what are you listening to? And she looked at me and she gave me the warmest smile. She goes, oh, here, takes this earbud out
and puts it in your ear.
And I'm like, now, this is super personal. If you're taking your earbud out to put it in my ear.
I know. From one orifice to another. I remember a chick told me, she's like, Marv, she's like, I consider it cheating if you stick any body part of yours into any orifice. I'm like, what if she has something in her ear? Cheating.
Cheating.
I'm like, oh, you got something? Cheating. You stuck your finger in her orifice. I was like, wow.
It's an opening.
It's an opening. No, I guess the lack of confidence, but it wasn't even that. Again, I'm going there with homie vibes.
Yeah, but
because it was a homie that invited me, and then they know I always bring conversation.
Yeah.
Right? And then we just got our own conversation and shit like that. But then when I realized she unfollowed and shit like that, I unfollowed that ass too.
Listen, ladies, we're sorry for the Kavorka.
I'm sorry for the Kavorka.
We're sorry for the Kavorka. I mean, it's hard. We can't turn it off. We can't turn it off.
I am Timothy Jimenez. I am him for short. See? Bueno. All right.
This is like art. I mean, we were violent last week. This is going good.
This is going good.
All right.
Okay, let's get into the world now. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. I was wrong. I guess I can see the future now. I am Marv Tradamus. I was wrong about gas prices, folks. I was saying April. It went from number.
I was truly wrong about gas prices.
I know. I was wrong. It happened in Canada way sooner than friggin' expected. But then again, I had to think about the proxies that we're intertwined with. Because remember, the Canadians giving money to the Ukrainians and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's draining a hole in our pockets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As well with the wars and stuff too. And then you have the I want to say Hezbollah is now in Iran. So it kind of makes sense for Iran and Israel to kind of like go at it for 1-2. But then remember, Israel, I don't even want to say their name too much because now I think things are being tracked on two.
It is.
Izzy's. And who was it? Oh, and Hamas was going at it. So it's kind of like these proxies was kind of slowing up and these prices was slowly not going down.
Right.
And we're out of the pandemic. So I'm like,
out of it.
Let the oil flow. And then I think somebody did a post and stuff like, oh, petroleum is used in other parts. Yeah, we know all that.
Yeah.
We need to focus on what gets us to point A to point B.
To point B.
Because motherfuckers is not living here and working next door.
Nope.
So, and then much as people aren't partying on their block.
Nope.
So we need to know from point A to point B. And if all of that is chopped up in the refineries and like where they're getting this oil from and stuff for the gas, I'm sorry, we're fucked.
We're screwed.
It happened too fast. So I think my next prediction is stuff that like I want to say summer, they're going to be, unemployment will be at 10% in America and 3.4, no more than 3.5 in Canada.
Will you be surprised if gas is $2 in Canada?
We will be surprised. but we understand where the world is going.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people has kind of, I don't know, either they're having crash out moments, mini crash out moments.
Right.
I believe this was in Europe. Mad riots had been in the streets already.
Yeah.
Mad riots.
Yeah.
They raised the bar for the retirement thing, and it's still before most people in North America, like in France, riot.
Mm-hmm.
They fuck with the school system and stuff, whatever. In Spain, riot.
Yeah.
No one's rioting, nothing. They just kind of just shutting their mouth,
yeah,
swiping their cards,
yeah,
and just driving along.
Listen, man, I don't know what kind of draconian measures we would have faced if it wasn't for the truckers.
Facts. That's, yeah, you're correct.
Because that was the only pushback that I've ever seen
in Canada.
That was even, and it wasn't effective to the point, but was somewhat effective to kind of simmer a little bit of stuff down.
It called a lot. It made a good statement, because I remember I got phone calls from family in America.
Right.
At the time, they're like, yo, what's going on with these truckers and shit like that in Canada?
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, if it's making international news now,
yeah, you're right.
When, most of the US don't give a fuck about Canadian news. Canadians give so much about American news.
Yeah.
I was like, this is the statement. And we should continue to flow and lead with things like this. Because remember, unlike America, our population is not as high.
Right. Right.
So even if you had, let's say 100 million Americans,
yeah,
out of like the 340-ish, to say in total, 100 million don't support something. Even if we had like 20 million to stand for some shit, we could make more impactful change here. True. For half our population.
True.
There's like a small fraction of people like us complaining. And I guess when the podcast gets amplified, then it'd be like, it's just podcaster rhetoric. But when until they realize, fuck, they're going broke.
Yeah.
Talk that shit then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we living in a Black Mirror episode? I said it too serious. I'm sorry.
You said it too serious.
It feels like Black Mirror.
Hold on. Because when you say Black Mirror,
yeah,
I've been saying it for the longest time. Maybe when I fall asleep, I'm actually awake. And I wake up, I'm actually waking up to the dream, because this feels like a dream.
So you're saying this might be like Severance, low-key?
Low-key.
I don't stay along sleeping enough, but I'm pretty sure it's way nicer than being awake.
Come on, man.
Because when I'm sleeping and stuff, whatever, I think first of all, I'm taller.
You're taller. You're Marv the Dashing.
Yeah, Marv the Dashing.
Marv the Dashing.
I'm built different and stuff, whatever. In my dream world and stuff, I'm ruler of high and everything and stuff, man. Whatever, right? So I don't really have too much issues. That's some kind of vex when I'm trying to take a nap and I can't get to that dream world I know I can get in, because I know the nap will coming out like this. I wake up half asleep with a smile on my face. No. Waking back up to this shit, you're looking like, fuck, I woke back up into hell. It's a different kind of dance.
It's a different dance for sure.
Let's start with, okay, how are you keeping up with your mental health with all this shit in the world going on now?
Well, just like how I was telling you earlier, on my way to work and on my way to back, I listen to the Bible app. It used to be the radio, but even during the radio, I get too much information as far as news is concerned.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you listen to talk radio or
just
stuff like Flow?
Flow, because Flow got their regular news segments that they throw in.
Interesting.
And I'm like,
because I don't really listen to radio.
Right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right. So, and when I get that, I'm like. Plus, on top of it, I don't have my regular. It's not like you where you have your apps and you've curated the music that you listen to.
Right.
I'm at the mercy of what Flow plays, and some of the stuff that they playing on the radio. Again, I won't say it's not for me. I just say I've outgrown it, right? It's
not for you. That's why, and this is why I like bringing the topic about how do you like your hip hop,
right?
But the news, if the news is coming in between,
the news is coming in between, right?
Wow.
And so I'm like, at least if I get a song that I do enjoy, right after you hit me with something depressing.
It doesn't feel that bad.
Yeah.
But then when they're not giving you shit you even like, you're like, you're that meme when you guy ripping off the headphone like, this garbage.
So I'm like, listen, man, let me try and focus on myself more spiritually, more this, that. So, you know, I'm more in tune to, like I said, that like I listen to the Bible app on the way to work, on my way back. And then during work, I'm pretty much focused on the work at hand.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of takes my mind away from things.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Shout out for that ashwagandha that you told me to take. Like, that's helping me at nighttime. I'm good.
To me, it feels like a healthy sedative.
Yeah.
And the bonus and stuff, it works extra well for men. So it's kind of like, I didn't have no ED problems and shit, but it was kind of like, I was like, waking up with like, just to go piss. I'm like, what's going on? But it's the ashwagandha, like, nah, nigga, we're lowering in your cortisol stress and we're bringing you down and stuff, whatever, because a lot of people need that.
Yes, man.
It's needed in today's times, man.
Yes,
like,
man.
I didn't think like something like spirituality or how to keep up, but those things are needed for people's mental health.
In this day and time. And it's funny, like going back to the ashwagandha, because we're at work the other day, we're talking about, we over this certain age, with vitamins do we take from what we take? And one of my coworkers said ashwagandha, and everybody's like, I take that. I was like, join the club. Join the club.
Super Saiyan Smooth will enter their chat in a month from now. Okay. I got another few list of things.
You got another, man.
I got some list of
man.
things for you,
man. Pass them on.
Because I think people are pissed off and stuff most of the time. They're like, why are you so high on energy and shit? You're in your 40s and everything. Like, I'm like, besides me being an animated person, I'm like, yo, your body's your temple. What you put in and stuff, whatever, like, yeah. You see how much green tea I drink and stuff in the day?
Yeah.
And that plus water is so funny, whatever. I was like, I now know the dangers and stuff of being overhydrated and stuff for that. So I'm trying to be mindful to add in other stuff. But I like 100% juices.
Yeah.
So I need to make sure this shit is damn near 100%. If I see anything and say concentrate on it, whatever, it better be peanuts. It better cost me cheap.
Right.
Because it costs you more to survive and live in this damn world. So I bought cane juice. I bought pure pressed cane juice for like $10 and change for a little 1-2 holla bottle. I was like, I can down this bitch with 3 swigs. But then you go buy a big gulp from somewhere full of the cancer shit and stuff, whatever. $1.99, $2.99. And it's bigger than the thing. Yo, we got to make sure, like, yo, mental health and mental diet and stuff is so real. Shout out to PK as well with the mental hygiene.
Yeah.
Like, we really need to be focused on our mental hygiene, especially now with the world going to Black Mirror episode part 2. Let's start with the Clintons.
All right, let's start with the Clintons.
What are your thoughts on the Clinton? Okay, let me say this. Fuck all that. Before we cook more and stuff for there, because I seen Bill.
Yeah.
You seen Bill's photos? You seen when Bill was looking at the photos from the Epstein thing?
Yeah.
It brought him back to a happy place. The lawyer took this thing. He's like, let me see this. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, okay. My question to you ready for my Podical Son question?
I'm ready.
Which politician slept with more side women? Bill Clinton, JFK, or the current POTUS?
You know, I'm leaning more towards JFK.
Really?
Yeah.
Bill been slanging dick from 88.
Bill been since Arkansas days?
Yeah, Arkansas lawyer days, whatever, right?
Yeah.
'Cause remember, oh my God, I am fucking old. But Monica Lewinsky was supposed to be 22 back then. When she was under 25 when she topped off Bill. Right? And she was known until I think I believe Hillary Clinton's homegirl or something like that did a book. Because biography is about yourself and autobiography is about somebody else, right?
Else, yeah.
Her homegirl did an autobiography speaking about Bill been slapping chicks on the side before Monica. And I think Bill was like maybe I'm assuming like he wasn't in his 50s, but he was in 40s or something when he was clapping down Monica.
Right.
So that part was hilarious to me because in the deposition, they were like, they used a rhetoric and he hung himself. I was like, You motherfucker. You should have just let Hillary did all the damn talking.
You should have.
They said something about underage girls. No, they said about younger women.
Right.
And he said, nothing about underage girls. And whoever's doing the deposition, they said, we said nothing about underage girls.
Mm-hmm.
So whosoever prepped him, or his lawyer prepped him for the deposition, they should have prepped him on all the fucking language.
Yep.
Because he didn't get prepped. So he's looking stupid. They're like, yo, we didn't say nothing about no underage girls. We said young women.
Right.
We said young women. And then he got caught up. And then the lawyer's like, all right. Hillary's like, fuck this. My lawyer. I was once a lawyer, okay? And you guys go after the people who fit the bill. Not Bill, not my bill. Who fits the bill?
Listen, man.
Donald Trump has did this and this and this and this. I was like, yo.
When I seen Hillary excuse herself from the few times, I said, yeah, she know what she's doing.
Why she ain't prep Bill? Because he's probably slapping off a chick. Meanwhile, she's at her own house, and we have to both drive there together.
We got to make it look good.
Oh, these Clintons. Oh, the Clintons.
Can you name another husband and wife politician that's been in the news as frequently as them?
Who did the drug campaign thing? Was it Nancy? Nancy Reagan?
Did she do the drug campaign thing?
Because I feel like when I know before George Bush Sr. got in.
Right.
Before George Bush Sr. got in and stuff. That whole war on drugs and stuff. Remember, crack was like heavy in the 80s.
Yes.
Around that time. And it was Reagan. I think
Reagan. Yes.
And it was Nancy Reagan and Ronald Reagan. They were quite active together.
Right.
I've never seen a first lady that active.
Right.
In a while until pretty much, I mean, say Michelle Obama didn't really do things like to like the political channels, but she just kind of established her name and gone a lot of places. That's the reason why, like her jumping into a podcast thing, like, yo, she went on Sesame Street, right? And she kind of went to some places and stuff where it wasn't a political kind of base thing. However, Nancy, she was more on the political thing. Hillary, definitely, because after when Bill was done, she just kind of
she went in.
enthralled herself and stuff as well.
Yeah.
So Hillary and Nancy for the most part. For me.
Yeah.
Melania, you know she don't give a two shits.
No.
We'll go watch her documentary.
Is it even still up? Is it even still up on Netflix?
Don't ask me, nigga. I pirate everything. Yo ho ho with a bottle of scotch. Yo, not even a rum no more. Let me ask you, pertaining to this war situation popping off or this conflict now with Iran, do you believe Americans see Iran as a major threat to the U.S.? And I say it like that because distance breeds fear and proximity breeds care.
Right.
I think with Iran and their, let's say, we'll call them the drone missiles.
Yeah.
The drone missiles.
Yeah.
I was going to call them the dummy missile, but the drone missiles and stuff like that. And I kind of get the point where a lot of people, again, on social media are having this rhetoric saying that Iran is just making them waste their anti-ballistic shit to drop the heavier shit and stuff like that, right? I get it. Cool. America is too far from Iran to sweat.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying do Americans and stuff. It's too far. The proximity is not close enough.
No, it's not close enough. And funny that you mentioned that because we were talking about this in one of the last men's meeting that we had, the last Black men's meeting we had. And
okay.
They were showing a map where all the conflicts are happening, right?
Okay.
And you look at it and it's mostly concentrated in the Middle East and Africa.
Yes.
With some little spots here and there. But when you look at the North American map, there's nothing.
Nothing.
Right? And to the point where I think that maybe the only time they might have even considered it was when Trump brought up the fact. Because just maybe a couple of days ago, he was like, be prepared for an attack on American soil.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think without him saying that, Americans are really looking for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even with myself, like being in Canada, I don't really expect much, right?
Mm-hmm.
But during the men's meeting, it's like one of the guys was saying that whole Ukraine and Russia war, Canada just should stay quiet because you're a neighbor of Russia.
That Bering Strait, boy. That Bering Strait is a bitch. That Bering Strait is a bitch because that Alaska, Canada area stuff, whatever, because people don't frequent that zone so much.
Yeah.
Like I know the Canadian Army places people like in Red Hook. Those like corners and bits and stuff like that, whatever. But I was like,
it's less than 50 people stationed up there.
How much drone activity you think you can get popping? Just coming, like Russia just coming over from that Bering Strait vicinity.
Yeah.
And just like, even if they can get past the Alaska, because let's say US is watching Alaska to that level.
Right.
What if they just abide like past that and just come straight by Canada? Then what?
And we all know the bulk of the Russian subs is in that region.
Yes, sir. Yes. You're absolutely correct.
It's in that region.
You are absolutely correct. Them boys love the waters over there.
Bruh.
Them boys love them waters over there, man.
So you really got to be concerned. He's like, he's making light. He goes, why you think there's no conflict in the Caribbean? Which Jamaican's gonna jump in the water and swim over to Trinidad to go punch somebody in their face? Now, if they're landlocked, like Venezuela and Guyana, wars can happen. So you're right. You're whole right about proximity, man. Proximity is. Listen,
if it ain't close enough, these people it's not gonna fuck with them. It's not gonna, like, the average person might see, again, the gas prices, certain things and stuff, the world kind of going to shit.
Yeah.
But they're not thinking, again, no one, especially me, no one wants any kind of nuclear fallout on this planet.
No.
Right? So people that have possibility of creating nukes, and that region is high in plutonium and uranium, and they do this shit for fun, we need to know for a fact that, like, even if the shit was even, what they call it? A HANE? High altitude nuclear implosion.
Yeah.
So even if they do something up there, they clap it up out the sky, fallout is still coming.
Fallout. Well, I was just about to say, look at, remember Fukushima?
And that was on the land.
That was on the land, and the waters. It showed up in the waters on the coast.
It's still radioactive to that level to this day.
See,
and that was what, 2011.
2011.
So Chernobyl is still cooking.
Chernobyl's still cooking,
and that was on the land.
Yeah,
and it wasn't another country attacking another country.
Yeah,
and look how severe that got.
Yeah.
I told you, when shit gets crazy, sometimes it's good to go back to the beginning of some shit to understand some stuff, to realize, like, we don't want this.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't want Canada to look like Chernobyl.
Man.
So, hey, let's pray on that one. What is an estimate of American lives do you think are going to be lost during this conflict? Because, like we were saying, with the news ducking information and stuff about how many bodies and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Give me an estimate, because I want to say, like, even when, let's say, when Izzy went after, like, Palestine, when Izzy went after Palestine and stuff, I kind of scratched my head and never really fathomed the body count of the Palestinian people was to be so high.
So high, yeah.
I thought casualties at most would be max two Gs.
Yeah.
And to know for a fact it went over the 10,000 mark, whatever, I was like, I think we're numb to death. So that's why I'm asking you, how many bodies you think, like, let's say American lives, and we're talking about, like, including reporters, including people who went to embassies that got blew up and got hit, the soldiers as well. Because if we ballpark how many are on, like, say, quote unquote, the winning side, niggas will probably, or people start to look at some stuff a little bit different.
And this is what I'm saying is why this is why you're probably not hearing those numbers in the news. If I was to do a guess, I would say More than 2,000, less than 5,000.
Okay.
And the reason why I have such a wide gap in between is because I don't know how those bases are stationed and how many people they have per base, because they have a lot of bases around the region, and they're going after almost all the bases, the embassy, right? So a typical embassy maybe 200 people working in there, like a good size like the U.S. Maybe 200 people working there. Then you might have like the little proxies who work for the agency but are not directly in the agencies, but are still in the area, right? Because what I'm hearing now is Iran is saying they've captured some soldiers, some U.S. soldiers.
I've heard that.
So I'm saying if it's even if you're a part of that world, right? You're a diplomat or somebody walking around and you have diplomat immunity. Diplomat immunity ain't really working in this day and age.
Not in conflict.
You're more accessible than a soldier.
Facts.
Right? So they could just probably snatch you off the street. They know where you live. They know, you know what I mean? They could probably just snatch you off the street. So the reason why I have such a conservative number on one end, but I still say 2,000, because I'm saying with all those bases around, I would say there's about 10,000 soldiers in that area.
I don't know, and I'll ask you: does the U.S. have a what do they call it? Is it called an Iron Dome? Like the ballistic missile anti-air stuff?
Only in
Izzy,
right? Those other what was it? Is it? I can't remember the official
company
name. No, there's a name of they call it. There's a group that I think is 7 countries that are within the within that region, right?
Okay.
On the other side of the mountainous regions of Iran, right?
Okay.
So Saudi Arabia,
Afghanistan, Pakistan.
No, not necessarily.
Not that way?
Pakistan. No, not that way. It
so going back to more like Iraq,
those within the Middle East.
Okay.
Right, like, those, right?
Okay.
Where U.S. has bases.
Okay. Lebanon,
there's no protection.
Right. When Dubai got clapped.
Yeah.
When Dubai got clapped, I knew it was a rude awakening to a lot of people, because with the whole thing, Dubai is so safe.
Right.
And there's no Iron Dome over them, and they have a lot of dollars. I was like, U.S. claim they have a lot of dollars and there's no Iron Dome and stuff, whatever. So that's why I was thinking, like, it's not even to be like on a Wednesday Addams type shit, whatever. But like, yeah, your number is way more conservative than mine.
Yeah.
Because if the U.S. don't have no Iron Dome, you got to think about, you just fucked with 2 countries in one shot.
Yeah.
In like the course of 60 days.
But remember though, the U.S. started pulling people from those spots.
Correct, but when we look at it now, who was giving Iran a good portion of their gifts? No Russia?
Yeah.
So, I mean, worst case scenario, I'm not saying Putin is going to be Canada's best friend because of all that. Because remember, Putin laughed at Canada when they brought the Nazi soldier in, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it's just a situation I'm like, we're going to get cooked. And we're going to get cooked. And I think we're underestimate. I'd rather go high. And then if it comes out to be your number and stuff, we're like, ooh, thank God Smooth was right.
Yeah.
Over me.
Yeah.
But you're dealing with people and stuff where, again, a detonation switch is not but a few presses and a few like launch pods.
If the U.S. decides to put boots on the ground, there's going to be mass casualties for sure.
Okay. I can agree to that.
Yeah, for sure. There's going to be mass casualties, man. Listen, man, those regions...
That's where Izzy started getting some casualties when they came to like them going into Palestine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And that region, remember that region, like from Iran, I want to say back to Afghanistan, it's all mountainous regions.
True.
These people born and raised in those mountains. So you start sending your foot soldiers in there with these flatland kings, they're not going to survive it.
I would just assume they would go to like definitely like city hubs because let's say like even where the Ayatollah was, right? I heard that they were continuously rebombing that compound because apparently there was like a safe bunker underneath. So I'm like, how do you know he's not dead? They're like, no, we got his ass before and everything. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, that's in the city. What about outside the city? So outside the city, the mountain is king, right? But then within the city, like proxies, I feel like they can probably survive a few things and still drop a few things because they're showing the bombings from the unclassified footage.
Yeah.
Bombings at this hub, these places, this depot, this, and all the above. I'm like, I'm sorry, all the wind turbines are not in Toronto. And those are some mythical monster of a damn, like, I want to say, like, components to build.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Why would you build your nukes and heavy shit near your city? Why don't you take it to, like, the mountainous range and everything? So they're probably like, soon. Eat the dummy drones. So I was like,
that's what's happening. That's what's happening, man. It's like
a nuke don't gotta go to America, but if it goes to like the UAE and stuff, whatever.
Okay, so one of my questions was what I asked during the meeting was, with these ballistic missiles that Iran has, right?
Yeah.
With those missiles and the conventional missiles, we know that they can. We know we see them hit the the Middle East regions. I was asking, do they have enough velocity to reach Europe?
I'm gonna say yes.
And I'm saying if they have enough velocity to reach Europe, Europe has got to be more cautious on how they decide to enter this war.
So, this thing will bring you a whole bunch of territories of conspiracy. This is your zone, right? You love this.
Yeah, man.
We're not gonna.
This is why, Marv. This is why I'm sticking to my Bible apps on the way to work and the way back, because I can go down some serious rabbit holes.
So, I heard a guy say this a long time ago, right? He said NASA stopped funding certain things. This is a side note, and I'll tell you what I'm going to get to back to this missile shit.
Okay.
NASA knows, most of the world knows, or most of the free nations and stuff know most of the technology to kind of just launch shit in space, right?
Yep.
They need to make sure the calculations are right for shit to properly land back on Earth.
Right.
If you don't give a fuck about a landing, you know you have enough propeller fuel to do this. America. You just need to know it needs to go up.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's it. You do the math for the rotation of the world.
Yeah.
Of the gravity and the distance and how much energy you put in and stuff. And you turn that propeller on to go for like 10 minutes like this. And then it's just free fall right back.
Cruise missile.
That's all I'm like, yo, if there's no Iron Dome, expect a Hane. They might be like, oh shit, something is falling. Let's try and knock it out the sky.
Yeah.
It's an EMP.
Well, I mean, and think about it. This is why these countries are pushing so hard for space defense. Because they realize that.
Yeah. So then, exactly, because that when it came back to Elon Musk, when he was doing his whole SpaceX shit, a lot of that technology to throw the rockets up. Remember, the transit thing was Toronto, catch a flight from Toronto, EarthX thing.
Yeah.
From Toronto to California within 45 minutes because you're going up and down.
Then just down. Yeah.
Up and just down.
Yeah.
So you think Tesla and SpaceX are the only ones with this technology and this understanding of up and just down. When fucking Red Bull has things, they want to do a stratosphere jump, up and just down. I was like, yo, let me just mind my business and pray. I'm listening to my Bible app when I leave
the technology would have, okay, so going back to because they were saying they didn't think that U.S. would put boots on the ground, right?
Correct.
Now, I think, what did the U.S. just ask for? $50 billion. They asked for an additional $50 billion in defense budget, right? We did a full breakdown about the defense contract people, like who's in charge of what they build, and so forth like that. And I was saying to them, I was thinking, going back, and they were arguing back and forth, and I said, no, I think they'll put boots on the ground. And I go, here's why. So companies like that who are making money in the billions, life is nothing to them.
Absolutely. You're
right?
just employee number whatever
You're
the
just
fuck.
employee number one. I said,
get in line. What we tell you to do. You want a job.
U.S. will shoot a $2 million defense missile, right? They know once they shoot that $2 million defense missile, U.S. has got to come back and buy more. The only thing that they can't restock or resupply is soldiers until they send the AI robots out there.
Do you think they haven't, like, the U.S., if they're asking for the $50 billion?
Yeah.
Do you think that'd be enough to kind of AI war it now?
I think a lot of that will go into the development. Because China has a robot army.
Yeah, no, them I know. It's just, let's look at these drones that have been flying, right?
Right.
Like from outside from Iran to other countries. The cost of those and stuff is like nowhere near like a Tomahawk missile. A Tomahawk missile averages about 20 racks.
Here's the other thing that we were discussing. How much you said Tomahawk?
Approximately 20,000. It could have go up because I remember I got my stats from Call of Duty.
But does it really cost 20 racks? Or is it the company that's making it telling you that it costs 20 racks?
Oh no, the company that makes it.
Okay,
the company that makes it.
So now look at it from this point of view, right? Iran, right? It's state run. There is no companies making their shit. So it costs them literally whatever the workers need to do and whatever it is to get the materials. That's all it's costing them, right? So while you're spending $50 billion,
they had people making these things and stuff day in, day out for like the past, let's say past 20 years. No, 20 years of conflict, past 10 years getting ready for the motherfuckers. Day in, day out, you're just making, you make like probably 10 missiles per person.
That's all you're doing. And they're not buying it from anybody.
Right.
Over here, you got to buy it from a defense company. And this defense company, it may cost you maybe $15K to make it. They're telling you 30, 40K.
Okay, so let me ask you this, and then we can move on to another thing shortly. But how do you recruit the employees or the bodies or the soldiers? Like to fight a war for you and stuff like that. Let's say, all right, if the company who makes these missiles, right, whatever company they may be, let's say they don't need the soldiers, right? Because say you're the company, I have the soldiers, but I need soldiers to launch that missile.
Right.
So we're gonna buy these things and stuff, whatever, right? Say soldiers I have and stuff are now done. I'm just basically wasting money because I have nobody to use off the artillery, right?
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to like a country and stuff, or let's say a place with the soldiers and stuff, again, going back to the proxy thing and stuff, distance breeds fear, proximity breeds care. There's a soldier or some kind of soldier guy. He said he's not fighting a war for Izzy.
Right.
With Iran.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you saw him, he broke his arm in the doorway and everything.
Yeah.
Like that. You have soldiers not willing to fight this war for it. So now you're buying missiles and everything, but you're losing people. How do you recruit people now?
Well, this is the thing. That's why I say
draft
that 50 million budget. That's why I think a lot of it is going to go to autonomous.
Let's see.
A lot of it's going to go autonomous because if you think if you're these companies that make them, right? Remember what I said. You could not replace that soldier, but you can replace an AI robot at another 5 million cost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All they see is money.
Yeah, I don't think politicians care about these mental bombs they drop in. Flex, just flex, drop a bomb. Got these people's brain. Yo. Yeah, but I think we're just, as noise making people, we're just numb to death, man.
We're numb
to death because it hasn't happened over here like that to that level.
To that level.
I can and as I said, shout out to Iran. And I say shout out to Iran not to be like any kind of like troublemaker, but fuck, these people are going through Ramadan, dog.
Yeah.
it's a Muslim-based country and they're going through Ramadan. So I can even imagine, like even when I heard like the bomb dropped on the schools and U.S. taking blame for it, this was like yesterday and stuff like that. I was like, could you imagine like these kids and stuff? They're like, yo, shut it down. We're doing prayer time and stuff. It's Ramadan and bomb.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, these people will have no choice but to fight because they're looking like, yo, we're going through a religious break right
that's
now.
What I'm saying. It's like if you choose to do it at this point in time.
Yikes.
Where listen, you made a martyr out of the Ayatollah.
Mm-hmm.
You bombed a school with how much you think the people are not going to rally?
Yeah.
It's not going to be. It's not the piece of cake they thought it was going to be.
No.
It's not.
No. Let me ask you, is there a difference between instinct and intuition?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
I feel like they're synonymous, but I feel like there's a difference between the two.
Yeah.
I feel like...
Well, break it down. Maybe I might change my mind once you break it down.
Okay, so and this is my take on it.
Okay.
My take is some instinct and is, I want to say, kind of like learned history and trauma. And intuition is learned history.
Right.
And building on the better. So with the instinct aspect, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you as a child never got hit in the face.
Right.
Right?
Right.
You become an adult. You see a lot of people talk and stuff and move because they never got punched in their face.
Right.
Right? The people who did get punched in their face and stuff when they were younger, they have an instinct to kind of like, I don't like how this feels.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kind of just remember that feeling and not to make sure I'm never going to go through something like this again.
Okay.
Now, with the intuition and stuff, it will be more of a situation like you've been punched.
Right.
You have the knowledge of the punch.
Right.
But you're now looking and like, let's not wait till anybody throws a punch. Let me throw the first punch. Let me throw a knockout punch. Let me deliver a hit that will just immobilize somebody in general.
You mean like how the U.S. hit Iran because they knew Israel was going to hit them first?
Izzy. Yeah, you are correct. That's intuition. Who's that? Jewel. My intuition. And I say that too because I feel like a lot of people are reacting on instinct more than intuition.
Yeah.
Right? With intuition, I feel like we'll get you ahead of the game so far, like a lot.
Yeah.
And instinct and stuff is like, some people with enough of the trauma, they stop moving. Both are set to keep you alive.
Yeah.
Both are again, this is within a person, right?
Defense mechanism.
Yeah. They're both defense mechanisms and stuff. And they're both there to kind of keep you alive. But I feel like intuition would get you so much further than the instinct. But a lot of people are just reacting. The instinct is more reaction.
Yeah.
Right? And then they're wondering why they can't get further in life or why they can't a lot of the things done.
Yeah.
Because you're basing it on instinct. You've probably been through traumatic situations, let's say, within like the past 10 years in your life.
Yeah.
Right? Let's say, even if you bring it back to your car accident now.
Right.
And the car accident, jaws of life and all the above now.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that has made you a better driver.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? And the instinct thing is kind of like, I'm going to still push it full throttle to the limit until I feel like I'm losing control of the car. When your intuition's looking like, anything can happen.
Anything can happen, yeah.
Past a specific amount of speed and not paying attention, not a lot of, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just a lot of situations and stuff that people are just reacting to the moment. And the instinct can only keep you alive, but it can't get you far.
Would you say, okay then, because I'm glad you brought this up because shout out to Color Brown. He made a post earlier this week between belief
Yeah.
and hope, right? And he's kind of phrasing it too. He said, they're kind of similar but kind of different. So then when I was thinking about it, I said, yeah, belief to me is more active, while hope to me is more passive. Now,
a churchgoer will go to the church, and a hopeful person would just stay home and just hope for good days.
Right. So I said, belief forces will to act, right? Whereas hope, there's no will to do anything. We're waiting.
You're
waiting, right? So, when you say to me now, intuition versus instinct, goes back to what you're saying. Instinct is reactive.
Yeah. You can't.
Intuition, you're focused on what.
Go do some shit.
What can happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it will fall right into that place of the belief and hope thing too as well.
Yeah.
Right? The intuition and instinct aspect and stuff. Because instinct is you're just waiting for shit to happen to kind of just react, to move, to survive.
Right.
Intuition is like, no. I'm done with surviving. I want to thrive.
Yes.
I want to get ahead.
Yes.
I don't want to be in a situation where I have to even bob and weave. Why I can't just have enough, I want to say, surround myself with enough things to protect myself.
Right.
From, rainy days are going to come.
It's going to come.
Right? And again, it goes back to why do people always think they're always going to win?
Goes back to that. Full circle pod.
Full circle, man.
Full circle.
Do Bad Mon cry smooth?
When they're by themselves.
Would that make you a Bad Mon if you cry, though?
Listen, man, I don't see why that should change anything. You shedding a tear.
So, okay. You said Bad Mon cry in their yacht.
Yeah.
Right? Their house.
In their house.
If Bad Mon is crying in their house now, right? Let's say now you're at funeral now, right?
Yeah.
You're at funeral and it's not even homie died.
Right.
It's your grandma who used to give you money, give you cakes.
Yeah.
The loving and everything.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Before you were a Bad Mon.
Before you were a Bad Mon.
Before
you're a Bad Mon now. Granny's funeral now.
Yeah.
He's not crying out in public?
He ain't crying out in public. Because he wants to still portray being a Bad Mon.
So
when he get home, he gonna bawl his eyes out for grandma.
But then in truth, in reality, then that means if you cry, you're still not a Bad Mon then. Because it's kind of real Bad Mon are moggling shots.
Yeah.
And you out here putting on shots. How can you still consider yourself a Bad Mon?
Vibes, I seen you in shots since then.
I see people approach him when he's wearing his shorts, and they brought it up. I thought, real Bad Mon moggling shots. He's like, yo, I'm in Miami. I live in Florida now. It's hot. I can't always wear pants. I was like, you're not a Bad Mon no more then.
Or maybe Bad Mon has a right to change his mind.
Oh my gosh. They need to drop a Bad Mon rule book.
A Bad Mon rule book. That might be needed. You're right. You're right.
Yo, we need a Bad Mon rule book out here to kind of decipher what the hell Bad Mon do. Bad Mon don't count in twos.
Yeah, no, they don't count in twos. 1.5.
Bad Mon don't suck.
It wasn't a quarter because he can't even put the half because the half got a 2 in there.
Yeah. Bad Mon don't suck. So I was like, I said to one guy, I'm like, I like sucking titties. I'm like, so Bad Mon don't suck titties? Bad Mon consume the breast.
Consume the breast. She better have her breast left.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
But
so bring back to this Bad Mon thing now, right?
Right.
Watching this thing and stuff, whatever, like on couples therapy and stuff. And the guy mentioned Bad Mon don't cry. And I realized and stuff that a good portion of our Jamaican diaspora kind of subscribe to this.
Yeah.
Right? The fact that they subscribe to this, do you believe that this is part of the reason why most of the world look at Jamaican men as toxic men?
I think so.
What do you think we could do as a culture and stuff? Because this is part of our culture and stuff to kind of just change that rhetoric. I think put on like Bad Mon clothes and just shed 2 tears, put some Visine in our eyes. Sorry, put the check Visine.
I mean, even if you don't shed a tear, I think showing more compassion for certain things might help do it. Because we're I don't want to say stoic may not be the right word, but
stupid is closer to what I'm leaning to, but okay.
But we're always considered to be like hardened.
Is that what Jamaican, like worldwide, I would think Jamaicans would be known for like Rastafarianism.
Yeah.
Bob Marley. And
actually, you know, you're right. Because we are considered to be a jolly.
Yeah, man, people. Everything Irie, cool runnings and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But then you have this aspect and stuff, whatever.
So maybe it's cultural. Maybe it's cultural.
And I guess if you're in the culture or you're close enough to the culture, you realize and stuff, here lies the problem.
Yeah.
From the other side, you're right. It is. Because if you're a tourist from whatever part in the fucking world, you want to go to Jamaica because it just seems like a chill, kind of nice vibe, warm type of place.
Yeah.
But if you're in tune that much into the culture and you leave the resort now and you realize like, yo, these are people and stuff, whatever. You're in the culture.
Right.
You're right. You realize like, yo, this is slums like everywhere else.
And think about it even here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bad Mon walking the street.
I walk. I'm not a bad man. Okay.
Bad Mon walking the street, right?
Yeah.
He may see someone outside of his culture and he might get him and smile, right? But if he sees another black man, his defense might go up. And he might be like, well, I can't smile with this guy because they might think.
That's a problem within us.
That's how I say cultural.
So we as a culture need to do way much better now.
I think so, man. I definitely think so. I watched a skit the other day. Damn, it was on YouTube and it was so powerful. Homie was going into somebody else's territory, right? I don't know if he was going to go visit a shorty or something like that. But he gets out of his car, closes his door, right? Spots a group of men standing on the corner, right? So now it's like this whole skit is about thoughts playing in their mind, right? So instant he's like, yo, I gotta puff up my chest, wipe that smile off my face, let niggas know I'm nothing to play with, right? But then he's like, but not too hard for them to feel like
threatened,
right? And then now the group of guys are going through the group of guys' mind, and the group of guys is like, yo, who this nigga trying to just cozy in and strolling on the block? Better not try to do nothing. One guy's thinking that, and the other guy's thinking is like, yeah, I hope homies just let dude just walk by and not start nothing with him, right?
And then somebody else like, nah, we can start.
Someone's like, this, that, and a third. And I'm saying, yo, this is a real thing.
100%.
This is a real thing that goes through our minds when we're in other people's territories and we don't know it, right? And like one dude is like, nah, man, you just gotta, smiling. What up, fellas? And keep it moving, right? And I'm like, and another dude was like, nah, that only works with the older dudes when they see the younger dudes. But if it's a younger dude with a younger dude, what's up, fella?
That might spark war. That might spark war. You're absolutely correct. Years ago, I think it was well over a decade ago, though, because I know I had the Mazda at the time. And I remember I couldn't find my car keys. I was coming to your house.
Okay.
I was coming to your house. I think I stopped in the mall to get something, either a gift for like your daughter or something.
Yeah.
But like I normally put my car keys and everything in my left pocket, right?
Right.
I couldn't feel it. So I'm having a mild panic mode and stuff. And I was like, fuck, did I lose my keys? I wonder if I left it on the counter. I'm having a whole monologue to my damn self.
Yeah.
I see a tall dude. He looked a little bit like younger than me. But remember, I don't really look that old, so to speak, right?
Right.
So I'm walking and I just got my head like, I'm just looking forward. So I'm not even looking at him. I see him in my peripheral or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I lost my keys or some shit like that, whatever. So then he got close enough, whatever. He's like, yo, what up? So I'm like, I had to cut back. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Everything. I'm like, what's up? Yo, you just staring at me and stuff, whatever. Like, yo, wagwan.
Yeah.
yo, I'm not staring at you.
Yeah.
I think I lost my car keys. Yeah. And then I was like, I put it in another pocket and stuff. I was like, yo, it ain't war.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't feel like that, whatever. I'm like, yo, but again, one black man to another black man, it's a problem.
Bro.
If I was an Indian guy, he probably wouldn't even flinch. A white guy, he wouldn't flinch.
We were in a basement party one day, right? And it's me and my homies, like we were leaning up against this wall, and then the corner, and then this dude was leaned up on this wall, right?
Okay.
But this dude looked like one of our homies, like, you know what I mean, from back in the day. So, I mean, I tapped my one dude and I was like, yo, that kind of looked like so-and-so, right?
Right. And he turned around and looked.
But he looked and see me just look at my homie and not being able to hear what we're saying, thought we were plotting. I see homeboy go in his pocket,
pull out his gun,
put it back in his pocket.
Just in case. Yeah.
Just in case.
I was on St. Clair the other day and stuff, whatever, right? No. It was probably maybe sometime last time in February, but it wasn't that cold of a day. But so my ass, I stopped in a spot that I normally would go if I'm in that vicinity for like a warm drink. Cause they always do like biscotti, there's hot chocolate remix, all this type of shit. So I go in there, I get this, whatever. 2 young Thundercats are coming this way and stuff, whatever, right? I'm going north, they're coming south and stuff, whatever, right? And I think it was that white biscotti hot chocolate thing I was drinking. I was like, damn, this thing tastes good, whatever, right? And I was just like, I'm in my own world.
Yeah.
Like, oh, new world.
Yeah.
And I'm smiling this shit. And the 2 dudes are looking at me and stuff, whatever, right? But I'm like, I'm not paying them no attention. But like, now I walk now, and I'm trying to gather my car keys.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm trying to gather my car keys, but let's say the spot I would get the drink from is like there.
Right.
The guys and stuff kind of bucked me. Let's say I saw the guys and stuff like here. There's like another store here, but the store after that,
right,
it's empty. Like I guess they sold the company and bounced.
Okay.
So in my head, I'm like, yo, there was a whole little restaurant dance right here, right?
Right.
I'm like, what happened to the restaurant? And then when I looked, and I was like, oh shit, no. This shit is fully went out of business and stuff, whatever, right? I was like, damn. But I remember like during the pandemic time, they were going through some things.
Yeah.
I'm looking, and when I turn back around and stuff to kind of look where the direction I came from, the 2 dudes and stuff are looking at me like, oh, I thought you had a problem. That's why you stopped. I can't believe the store is closed. He's like, oh, you're looking at the store.
Yeah.
Then they continue walking on.
Yeah.
Because I guess I was walking.
Yeah.
We made eye contact. I sipped my drink. I had a time. And I was walking and I stopped. So they're looking like, yo, who's this guy? He's smiling at us and everything like that, whatever. Then they're like, yo, we'll watch him because he stopped.
Yeah.
So they're ready for action.
They're ready.
I'm in my own, I can't believe this place closed down.
Yeah.
I'm not a bad man.
I'm not a bad man, man. Yo, I think I told you this story also when I went to go visit my cousin out in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Right? I must have been I was coming back from somewhere, and then I went to their apartment building, but their apartment building, it doesn't have no buzzer or anything to get in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, shit, I can't get in. So I walked back to the top of the Gun Hill.
Never mind.
I walked back to the top, right?
Exactly where you at.
And I go to dip in the corner store, right? And the dude in the dude in the corner store, he see me. He already had his hoodie up, but he kind of see me and kind of did one of these. Of course, I'm not from the area.
Right.
I'm a new face. What am I doing on the block?
Right.
Right? And it wasn't until I tapped him and I said, excuse me, the Canadian accent.
Heard that crystal clear.
The excuse me, right? I said, I don't have any, I want to make a phone call, but I don't have any American quarters. I was wondering if you had a quarters to change. This consonant, it just changed.
Warm.
Guard went down, realized no threat, no danger. No problem, my G. Happens to the best of us.
And gave you the quarter.
Gave me the quarter.
Is it something where our culture, as men, we just always expect war or conflict with another man first before like greetings?
I don't know, because if I was if I was Caucasian, if I was South Asian, would he have looked at me like that as a threat?
I would hope not.
I don't think he would have.
I don't think he would.
I don't think he would have.
Because I mean, I go into thousands of stores and stuff like that, and if I see like even gangs of like other non-blacks,
yeah,
I don't feel threatened. I don't feel
threatened.
I don't flinch or nothing like that, whatever. But then when you see like at least like 3 or 4 black dudes or black people and stuff kind of together,
yeah,
and then they all look in your direction and stuff, whatever, it's like, yeah, your guard is up now.
Yeah,
there's something within our culture.
Listen, man. I went down to the flats. one summer, right?
Mm.
I'm born and raised there, right? But because I haven't been there in such a long time, when I get down there, it's all these new faces, right? And these new faces are staring at me like,
"Fuck is you?
Who's this cat?" Right? So one of them is like, "Yo, Unks, what up, man?" As I walked over him, everybody's like, "Oh, okay,
yeah,
dude is okay, dude is good." But I'm saying, in my own block where I was born and raised, well, not
that
born,
was then
raised. That was then. This is now.
The new oligarchs are here, and they don't like people.
They don't like people
because we're black. And they're black too.
I was like, look, I have some Bad Mon family members. You know what I mean?
Then you would have been cooked.
Yeah,
cooked. Let's get to the question of the week, man. Question of the week. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What are 3 things that you need to have a great day? Need, not want. Need.
Good sleep first and foremost.
Good sleep. Okay.
My morning prayer always. And my wife just give me encouragement.
Okay.
Yeah. Once I get those 3 things, leaving the house, I'm good.
So for me, I'm gonna need a great shower. I'm gonna need a nice hot shower. Yeah. That's a need.
Yeah.
That's a need. I think like around the noon time and stuff, whatever, I can go with a heavy, good base meal.
All right.
Because I've been into intermittent fasting and stuff for quite some time now.
Me too.
So I want to say for like noon, afternoonish and stuff, whatever, that's when I'll probably start to eat. And I know I'm up probably like around 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. Sorry, don't mean to cut you. To that first meal point, how many hot teas or juices do you have in between that?
For me, I probably might drink first thing in the morning, then that. Probably 2 or 3.
2 or 3. Okay. Yeah.
Probably 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's around my average.
So I drink a lot of green tea.
Okay.
Right? And green tea is high in caffeine.
Yeah.
So I try to pump all of that and stuff like more in the earlier portion of the day.
Right.
To kind of maximize like the morning time and stuff, whatever. I can do the caffeine. Let's say I can get a cup of green tea probably like 7 p.m. and possibly still KO or stuff for like the midnight time.
Okay.
Because normally it'll take about like 5 to 8 hours to kind of shake your system.
Yeah.
I think my body's like, give me more. So I'm at that point, but the tea will kind of save me from the meal, but then come with the meal.
Yeah.
The shower, the meal, and I just need a walk. If I have a walk in the evening, so morning, good shower, good meal in the afternoon, and a walk in the evening.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great fucking day.
Okay.
The world can drop. 2 nukes could probably drop, whatever. If I still complete
if you still got those 3. Yeah.
Be like, damn, that sucks. RIP to those lives and stuff, whatever. But my day was kind of swell. and people are like, why are you always smiling? You're always laughing. Every time we see you smile and laugh. I need 3 things to make my day great. So that's pretty much every damn day.
Yeah.
The wintertime, if there's too much snow out there and stuff and I can't walk.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I got seasonal depression or whatever, but I try to utilize that to be like, you know what? Yesterday was not a good amount of day because it was too fucking cold, too much snow. It was unsafe. Like even Saturday. Was it Saturday? Friday, I lied. Friday when everything was melting off well and everything and the fog start coming in.
Right.
Told myself trying to go for a walk. Almost slipped and bust my ass. It's
yeah.
like all of that.
That Friday morning.
That Friday was built different, right? So I was like, you know what? I get my shower, have my nice ass meal. Come later to Friday, I went for the walk, whatever, because I couldn't do it earlier.
Yeah.
I was good. I was fighting off a cold, but I was like, still feel like Timothy Jimenez.
Yeah.
We need to focus on what makes us have a great day. Us as people.
That's it, right? I think
we're not focusing on that, and that's why a lot of people and stuff are losing sense of self.
Yeah,
that's my opinion. They can cuss me, but I feel like if we lock in a little bit more on what helps us to have a great day individually.
But even just the understanding of with those things in place, the clarity.
Woo. Honda. Speak it.
The clarity that comes to you. You know what I mean? The ability to solve your problems. The ability to, it's like,
reflection of the sun.
Once you have those things in place that set you on a good foundation, everything else seems much more easier.
Think about it. And I'll say this and stuff, whatever. Do you feel like that guy if your ass is not washed clean?
No.
How do you feel when you know for a fact it's high noon or it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and stuff, whatever, and your gut's been rumbling and you've been up since like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning?
No, I ain't feeling good, bro.
Touching grass, being in the elements, clearing your mind.
Yeah.
If you take that away from somebody and stuff like that, how are they ever gonna get clarity in their mind?
I don't know how they do it.
And that's what I'm saying. These things and stuff are my essentials. They're needs. They're not wants.
Yeah.
But then when I look at it, I'm like, the world's going to shit, but yet I'm happy my money's going up. Like, you know, like certain things. And I was like, self.
Once I had those things in place, I'm already at the understanding is that I can't control anything outside of my wheelhouse. Yes. But what's in my wheelhouse, I can make sure that it's okay.
Preach. Let these people know.
I can make sure that it's okay.
Yes. Well said. Well said.
Yeah, man.
All right. Let's get to Access Sons. Let's help people. Let's help the people.
Let's do it.
Fight some of their problems. What we got? Let's see. First Access Sons comes from Jaden 05. You sound kind of young with a name like Jaden. And 05, I'm assuming that's the year you're born in. Welcome to the adult show of the Podical Sons, Jaden. Is it a red flag if my girl hides her phone around me? Absolutely. Dump her ass. No. I'm sorry.
100%. Dump her ass.
No, Jaden. I'm sorry, Jaden. I think, you know what it is? You're not going to always be in the knowing.
No.
Which you're a woman. And I don't know, and I don't want to put it on an age thing, because let's say Jaden might be older or whosoever or whatever might be a ghost name.
Yeah.
But I would say this. You have to know enough about your relationship and that person before you're flinching and stuff and doing all of that.
Right.
Because for all you know, she might be hiding her phone. She might be trying to plan a surprise party for you or trying to do something for you.
Well, not only that, it might be something personal that her girlfriend is going through.
But even that.
Yeah, it is. So
even that, because I look, we're so quick to give people like, you know, like we're not giving people the benefit of the doubt anymore.
Right.
We're giving them straight doubt before we're giving them even a hope for something positive.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, if she's constantly doing that, then have a conversation with her.
I was about to say, if it's
have a conversation and let her know and stuff, what she's doing and stuff, whatever. And if she's like, fine, just so I'll show you.
Yeah.
But if she don't show you some shit, just tell her you're uncomfortable being with somebody who seem like they're hiding something from you, and then take it from there. Now you're a relationship expert, but then again, you got marriage under your belt.
It's underneath the belt, underneath my wing.
Would you take relationship advice from somebody that wasn't married?
Hell no.
I like that.
No.
What about...
Give me your stripes. Let me know you've been through some shit.
What about... Okay, what about a marriage counselor who was married for 20 years but opted out?
Yes.
You would take them as a marriage counselor?
Yeah, because there's a reason why they opted out. And I'm pretty sure after that 20 years, the problem didn't just start today. right? So they probably try to get to some solutions. And if it just doesn't work, it just doesn't work. And you know what? They might be the perfect person to tell you, listen, I've tried a lot of solutions that you have, and I can tell you, it may not work. And that might stop me from continuously beating my head and going down a path that's wrong.
To be honest, if the marriage counselor or the relationship specialist or relationship coach was 20 years married, then divorced, and then I'm seeing them after, I wouldn't really want them.
Now, why wouldn't you really want them?
I would want somebody to be still in through the thick of things and stuff for that, because you're looking like, not everything's perfect, but you still found a balance.
Right.
I think when you opt out and you, like, if the counselor or the marriage counselor and stuff says like, hey, I've been doing this for 20 years and shit like that, whatever. I was in the marriage for 20 years, this, that, and the third. I'm not saying like they didn't opt out for a good reason.
Right.
But I just feel more comfortable like knowing that, you're still in it to win it and you did that battle.
Yeah.
Like a conversation that always comes up to me in my head, whatever, is that I don't know how many times this lawyer has failed the bar exam.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I just know that they finally eventually passed, and that's why they're a lawyer.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean they're great.
No, it doesn't mean they're great.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, you could be in it, you could have been a marriage counselor for like 20 odd years and stuff, whatever. But if you're not still in a marriage,
yeah,
your advice, it doesn't hit the same way compared to, like, do you think Phil, and I'll say this to you.
Right.
Phil Jackson never won a single ring.
Yeah.
While he played.
Yeah.
Right? But he won rings as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Would these young players and stuff coming in the league want to listen to the Zen master who's won multiple rings, or LeBron? Because LeBron's still in the trenches when they're in the trenches.
Still in the trenches. Yeah. Yeah. Still they're winning.
That's my take on it.
No. I see your take. Okay. What about the woman that stays in the abusive marriage because she feels like she cannot go anywhere?
What about it? Like,
is her advice valid because she's still in it?
No. It's nothing I want to mirror off of.
Right.
Right. So like, if I'm looking at the counselor and shit like that, right? Let's say I walk into a marriage counselor office, couples counselor office and stuff like that. I'm not asking for like photos of the full family.
Right.
And everything, but I will want to at least hope to see a wedding band, a wedding ring and stuff on the finger.
Yeah.
And when you're giving us examples of, I'm going to hear everybody out.
Yeah.
Right? I listen to homeless people. I listen to everybody. But if your example and stuff is not saying like, well, my husband and I ran into this, or my wife and I, we ran into this.
Right.
And this is what we tried, and it turned out it worked for us.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
But if you're telling me and stuff, whatever, like, all right, going back to relationship women and stuff, whatever, they're in it and they're not winning and stuff, whatever. And you can get energies now. I'm getting better at reading energies. My intuition is getting better and stuff with that, whatever.
Yeah.
You ever spot a miserable woman, and I'm not clapping at the women, or even a miserable person or a man, married, and you look too miserable to be fucking married?
Yeah, I've seen it.
That could be the same thing pertaining to the counselor.
I've seen it, yeah.
So I need to know, like, when you're giving me reference points from this conversation or first session,
right? I'm
hearing about your spouse, how this shit wasn't rocky like you guys, or you guys did this and this. If I don't get none of that, I'm not coming back the second time. I'm not coming back the second time.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I'm still going to hear you out, whatever. But I'm like, yeah, but you're not in the trenches.
Right.
You speaking from like Tony Romo. I love using sports as a reference. Tony Romo was a decent quarterback, a good quarterback.
Yeah.
And he's like, you guys talk a lot of shit. Like, he's like, before he became a sports announcer, he's like, you guys talk a lot of smack. And then you guys are used to like 5 guys running at you with pads on.
Right.
And you can see this part through this part of the helmet, this part, and this part.
Yeah.
He's like, you're talking from a box with a suit on, not on the field.
Right.
You don't understand what I'm going through.
Yeah.
And again, if you're not in a marriage and stuff, whatever, in the trenches, and you're thriving, you don't understand what I'm going through. We came here because we're not doing well.
Yeah. I see. But I think for me, again, if you'd have told me he had less than 5 years experience, then I definitely wouldn't. But 20 years in,
20
like
years
I
in,
said,
still didn't work out.
20 years in, I'm thinking, okay, you know what? It's like I said, it's not always going to be a bed of roses.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to even last 20 years, when we know the average is not even what? It's not even 5.
What, for marriage?
For marriage.
What, for marriage is lasting?
Yeah, it was the divorce. I don't even think it's 5.
Oh, geez. No?
No.
Oh, shit.
So I'm saying if you're there for 20, and we know the average is not even 5.
I don't want to get married no more.
Then at least I know, okay, within that 20, you tried.
That's true.
Right? You tried to maintain something.
And you can't knock somebody if they tried. That's why I said I would hear them out.
Yeah,
even
you would
if
hear them
tried.
out. Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, tell me you tried this, that, and the third. And be like, but you still didn't get successful. I'm like, yeah, you did all the right things for the wrong person. I'm not going to knock you for that, but I just need help from somebody who was in the trenches.
Yeah.
In the thick of things and stuff, whatever. I'm not saying like, if I'm going through some shit, you should be going through some shit. No. Hopefully, if I'm coming to you with my issue, I'm hoping you have my best interest in mind and to guide me.
Don't come to me if you weren't married at all. I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear your textbook.
Thank you.
Because
thank you.
Shit don't always go by textbook.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that goes for anything other than marriage advice counselors or whatever.
Fucking podcasters, but only 10 podcast episodes want to tell you about your podcast. Bitch, you only got 48. Come to me in the first 48. If not,
don't tell me
shut
nothing.
up.
Don't tell me nothing.
Shut up.
Don't tell me about your problems. You didn't have no problems to have no problem solving skills.
Right. Good question though, Jaden.
Good question.
Next question comes from
Check your phone, Jaden.
Check your phone. Next question comes from Ty90. What do you do once a week that prepares you for your mental battles? It's kind of like you covered it a little earlier.
Yeah.
But that's what you like. Is that a once a week thing? Is that pretending like a one-time thing?
No, it's pretty much a daily thing.
Daily thing.
Yeah, pretty much a daily thing.
I don't think I do anything really once a week that I just don't do. I think I'm more of a creature of habit, so I would tend to do things pretty much the same kind of like throughout the day.
Yeah.
To kind of prepare, like to keep my mental health. Like I listen to music like all the time.
The only thing I want to do when I say that I started doing now, and simply because just of my new working environment, is that like I make sure like all my just stuff and stuff like that is washed on the weekend, and come Sunday night, I iron out everything so I don't have to worry about that
during the week. Yeah, that's horrendous stuff.
Yeah.
I used to be in that stress and stuff before. Like get my shit together and go to work. Get my shit together and go to work.
Yeah.
Get my shit. No. No. Laundry and clean house is done on the Saturday.
On the Saturday.
The Sunday I have my shit I can iron. I can run. Well, sports pretty much ball is on. Basketball is on.
Right.
So I just watch some basketball and stuff now on the box and just iron
just
what I need to iron.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, have this shit later in the week.
Yeah.
And just eat my food and relax out.
The only thing I haven't got meal prep down yet. No.
My taste buds are too exquisite for that shit. I like it's so like you have to. Not everybody is built to eat the same shit over.
Yeah, I get it.
When I see people's doing it, whatever, I like my taste buds will be vexed.
Yeah.
The way I love food so much.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah, that's the mental battle. Oh, talking shit on the podcast. That's my 1 week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're right. Yeah.
It's a colonic of getting this shit off my chest.
You're right.
And then I get back to my peace. Once a week, when I see this guy, I don't like talking to him during the week. I don't like talking to him during the week because we get to some other shit. I'm like, we could have had this on a podcast.
I'm about to ask you now, how much of the weekday shit you say to yourself, no, you know what? I'm going to leave it to the weekend where I can just let it all out.
A lot.
Yeah.
It's so much because it's kind of like, let's say, so I didn't see your last text message you sent on Friday.
Okay.
To me?
Yeah.
Thursday. I didn't even see that. I think it must have chimed. I must have swiped or did some other shit later that day.
Right.
So then when I went to go send you the message and stuff, I'm like, oh shit, you sent me something from the Thursday.
Right.
But normally, like when you send a text message,
yeah.
I was like, fuck, I wanted to kind of just talk about fuck it. I just go to the notes and just put a note in it. Like, I'll research that. Cause the fucker probably had a point and he mentioned this before and he brought up a valid thing. I was like, but what if Smooth? I'm like, no. I saved my soul, save my smoke. And then after I get it all off, whatever, I'm like, lighter. I can take a nap after recording.
It's a much a good thing.
In the morning, the Sunday mornings, I wake up when I start drink my tea. I'm like, I'm ready for Smooth. Because he's the only one that could clack back with my bullshit when I'm ready, and then he's gonna look at me like, well, Marv, no. I'm like, I'm ready for this fucker today.
Today's the day.
And then like after we're done, all right, Smooth, you be easy. All right, that gonna be great. I'll see you.
Thank you. Thank you for today's therapy.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. Next thing you know, I'm in the car. Caribbean Queen. I'm in a whole
another day
vibe.
accomplished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's this. We stand corrected. We stand corrected. All right. Last question comes from Batty Nisi. What is something or someone that you have seen and they don't get enough credit for?
Oh, you know what? Actually, yesterday, going to the 75th birthday party for Mama J. Shout out Mama J.
Wait, Mama J, the cook? The lady for the restaurant?
No.
Oh, what's that lady name?
Shoot, I can't remember her name.
Is it Mama B?
It's a mama something.
It's a mama something.
It's a mama something.
Okay. My bad.
Mama J, you probably wouldn't remember her. But if I show you a picture, you know who she is.
Okay.
It's a long time family friend. I'm talking like of my parents and then your father and
word.
She's been to all the funerals. So that's what I'm saying. If you see a picture of her, you'll know who I'm speaking of right away. And so she had her 75th yesterday.
Nice.
And
that's a blessing.
It's a blessing, man.
Is 75th Jubilee? I'm sorry to cut you. Or is 50?
Jubilee?
50 is the Jubilee.
I think 50 is
Jubilee.
Jubilee.
Okay, my bad.
But so she had a DJ, but she also had a live band, right?
Okay.
And with the live band, all the performers came up and it was like, I had to come here because Mama G was the first to da. Somebody else, she was the first to da. She was the first to da. And the reason why her name is, or why they call her Mama J.
Mama J. Mm-hmm.
The reason why they call her Mama J is because she was like
basically a mother to everybody.
To everybody.
Yeah, I can dig that.
And the amount of things, and I'm talking like artists within the Canadian industry where they're just bigging her up. And I'm like, this woman does not get the flowers that she deserves. And the fact that, today was her day, and I'm just seeing that, because to me, she's Mama J. You know what I mean? But I didn't realize she's Mama J to so much more people. And just that whole, yesterday, just brought a whole new side of her to light for me. And I'm like, nah, she almost she reminded me of like a Ghetto Stories.
Okay.
We're always involved in the community. If you speak to somebody who's in the community, they know of her. But I'm like, nah, she needs to get more flowers than she's been presently getting. So yeah, that instantly came to my mind. It's like, I was like, nah, she needs more recognition. Because the tributes were so touching. And I'm like, damn, I thought I don't feel so personal no more. It wasn't just me, Mama J, it was Mama J too. And she came to her table and she was like, she looked at my brother Devon. She looked like, I'm a son this. She looked at me. See my next son there. And then Cheryl's the one talking, and Cheryl's like, hush up all you two. Maria's your And I'm saying, and this is our table, right? Our table getting that love. And I'm looking at that table, and ain't nobody had nothing bad to say about her. Just stories of how Mama J interacted in their life and affected it for the better. I'm like, man,
Mama J,
you're not getting the flowers that you deserve.
If we're gonna put it to people, I guess I like that, whatever, right? Because my brain was spinning. I'm like, how come we don't highlight these randos and stuff like more often? Like even like, and I don't call them randos like to disrespect. Is even like, let's say we know the criteria and the battle of like, let's say something like flow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know about like now, but I know when flow, let's say before flow and G kind of came together.
Yeah.
G used to give a shout out to basically a lot of people besides, because I think Fitzroy, was it Fitzroy Gerald?
Yeah.
When he was alive and they would try to make sure, because it's his radio station, he tried to highlight these people in the community, this person in the community. And I feel like credit was being given at a particular time when certain people were at the helm.
Right.
Now we don't give a fuck and we just take and we don't really look so much. But you're right. It like, to me, I feel like it's a lot of the people and stuff that's not really, I don't want to call it blue check verified or seen that much, but you know, they've interacted and played so much pivotal points in so many people's worlds.
Yeah.
Right? I would probably give Dwayne Morgan a shot. I would say Dwayne Morgan would be one of those people, because even like with his trips with like Africa, I think from his When Brothers Speak, When Sisters Speaks, and stuff, the crowd that brings, and then his other little things that he does. Like, this man's calendar is constantly busy. And I want to say, like, when you hear like the award, like when you see him getting these awards and these things and stuff like that.
He got the Order of Ontario.
So when I seen him get these things and stuff like that, whatever, I was like, yes, but
he definitely, in our community, he definitely needs to be celebrated more. Definitely.
We got like a Martin Luther King in the making here, right? So I was like,
needs to be celebrated more.
I was like, okay. He's like, no, I know going to Africa, like even when he was on the show and stuff, he's like, I know it might seem hard, but he's like, trust. He's like, yo, the experience would change you. And he's like, yo, we're taking randos. We're making that happen. He's like, yo, and there's so much consistency with him.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, when brothers speak, he's behind it. You know, when sisters speak, he's behind. You know, if there's any kind of poetry thing and stuff, whatever, he has his hand in it. Right. And then when you hear like his accolades, you're like, damn. Well, you move like a regular G.
Just like a regular G, man.
I'm like, I love that energy. And so I would Dwayne Morgan would be my person.
And forever a friend of the show. Forever, anytime he wants to be on this show, he's green lighted. He's green lighted.
Yeah, man.
Because one of the first people to show us the love, and continues to show us the love.
Off the strength. Yeah.
Off the strength.
He's like, the product is good. He fucks with it. It's not even like that. And he's happy to put his name behind the product.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that means, you know, we're delivering quality product and stuff. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not looking for everybody to be on my side. I'm looking for the right people to be on my side.
Right.
To
That's
build
the
my
key.
community with.
That's the key.
Yeah. So well said, man. That is a good question. We need to Nisi, girl.
Thank you
for that. Thank you. Yes. We are here. We finally made it.
We are here. How's today's therapy, Marv?
Quite refreshing. Man, quite refreshing. You know?
Cheerio.
All right. Got Associated Sons and stuff. I did love this one. Associated Sons. No one should work so hard to remain the same.
So says the Sons.
What are you doing it for?
Yeah.
What are you doing it for? You're working hard because you didn't like your current standpoint. A lot of people who don't like the current standpoint don't work. We spoke about this, about not moving earlier with the intuition aspect and just the belief and hope aspect and stuff. For the hope one day is going to come. No, go do something.
Yeah.
Get that belief in your system and stuff. No one should work that so hard to remain the same.
So says the Sons.
Y'all go be great out there. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for our little therapy session to help me. Help me up. I know gas prices might be up.
But so are we.
We still out. Get your mental health up, please. Smile more. Get your 7 laughs in. Take a shower. Go for a walk, please. Take some advice we gave.
That's it.
Try to make it applicable for your world.
The stuff out of your wheelhouse you can't control, but the stuff within you can.
Woo! Well said. Like, comment, subscribe, folks. All the above, all streaming platforms. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Hopefully, we earned that like and that subscribe for you guys. And thank you for listening to Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Y'all be great. Keep well. We'll see y'all next week. Peace and love.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.